haven't even had coffee yet. Dawn's gonna take some meow mix cheap chow over to the bricks, and I'm gonna feed Morris.
I think the chick's just gonna come in.
Morris, here, buddy. Morris, don't go down. Oh, I thought you were gonna stay. Come here, Morris. Morris, here's your food, buddy. Because I sure can't put it on the ground. Come on, Morris. Good boy. Thank you. Good boy. Good boy. Goodness, goodness. All right, I've had coffee now. Dawn went up the hill and caught the guy at home and got a cage and a net so we can try to catch the chickens. He says the one guy's a rooster. Dawn said he didn't think it was because it doesn't make noise in the morning, but the guy said it's definitely a rooster, the pretty one. Roosters are generally more pretty. So tomorrow morning, or maybe this afternoon if they come back for food, you know, we'll start trying to catch them and get them put back in his pen. Dawn says there's like 100 birds up there now. There's a lot of birds. There's definitely a lot of birds. The high today is supposed to be 73, baby. Bring it on. 73 and sunny. I want to work a little bit in the yard over here today. Maybe a couple hours worth. It's not going to take a lot to finish cleaning up that section right behind that camellia straight ahead and the tree off to the left, the birdhouse. That's where I got bit by the biting things that came out of the ground. The hornets, yellow jackets, whatever it was. But they're not there anymore. They're not there yet. It should be safe to go over there and work today. I'll send Dawn in first. And then I'll go. I got a little bit more St. Patrick's Day stuff. I mean, I got all of Valentine's Day put away. But I got a few St. Patrick's Day things to put out. So, yeah. God, it feels nice out here. It's great. So, Christmas cards are down. I got my leprechaun bird up top. That's, you know, I always like to put a bird or two up there, high places. I got my calendar turned. I swapped out the discs and the little tea lights here. I will put up the snow baby sooner than later. Before I start messing with Easter, there's just so much to do. I realized the shamrocks are upside down. I might fix it. It's actually harder than you think to get the fabric up there. I added the nutcracker this morning, but you can see I've got a good bit of little things here on the table. Almost all green or coordinating. Michelle had given me this Fenton uranium glass piece for Valentine's Day, and this is the piece we picked up at Guardian Angel a little bit ago, the uranium glass. I swapped out to my Jetsons purse. At least it doesn't clash. Here's Don. He gonna work outside with me, but I'm gonna work on the video and get us something to eat. And it's not a super long thing. I want to do a couple hours so we don't have to rush out there super quick.
Sounds good.
Got the St. Patrick's Day things on the shelf. I love the nutcracker on the left. I have a huge collection of nutcrackers, mostly Christmas, but almost one or two for every holiday. I've got my vases up here. You can't really tell, but it's magnolia flowers in the one vase. Chair with the gnome and the little shamrock blanket. Some things on my table here. I swapped out, but have not put away the left-in Christmas Village pieces. I will be packing them up before the end of the month also. I can't have that out. When I need to go put the Easter Village out, I need them gone, but they can stay a couple more weeks. So I don't really have anything to put there. You know, I might put some Easter out before the end of the month. You know, if I get that village packed up. I have my 3D printed things. I didn't put them in the wreath area. I put them on the little black stands I have made. And I put that wooden bead thing I got at Guardian Angel and the other garland stuff up. I got a wreath over here on the door that's not a 3D printed wreath. And all my Annalise are in the case. I know the glare is horrible, but there's 10 or so in there. This came from Guardian Angel a few weeks ago. So I got her out. She looks pretty. Johnny took the trophy case to the apartment, so there was a spot on the wall there with a hook, so I just keep on putting a wreath there. Although I haven't been sitting in here as much lately. I bet I find a cat on that really soon. You know how cats are about liking things square. New shower curtain from Guardian Angel. The other one that I had, well, it says it's my first St. Patrick's Day. That's weird up top. Most of them say just happy. I don't know why one would say it's my first. Anyway, this was the shower curtain I got at Guardian Angel a few days ago. I got out my Build-A-Bear Shamrock Bear. And there's another Shamrock guy, leprechaun guy hidden up there. Big Boy was already laying on this one on the bed. I'm hoping to get a picture there. I showed yesterday my shelf with the shelf sitters. And I did stick a few things up here. I think I have a couple more mugs someplace. So if I can find them, I'm very fond of my stripe-like shower curtain in here. You know, there's door corners everywhere. This one's probably my favorite with the rainbow, the pot of gold, and the leprechaun. But there are Luckies and hats, and there's this plain shamrock one somewhere. Some of them repeat. They're on most of the doors. Well, I like the plain one too. It's just not as glitzy. That's everything except for, oh, gasp. Look at my windows. They're empty. And that's because I need to put up the gel clings. But I'll do that in a bit. But I've got plenty for all of the spots. I may or may not use them all. They keep just fine for several years before the petroleum product gel crap kind of starts to disintegrate. So, but I gotta get my cat. I gotta get my cat here, holding its shamrock, right? Darn.
I guess it's a good thing I don't make a living by catching chickens.
Sorry, your head was chopped off a little bit. Did he move that quick? Or did you miss that bad?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I knew he was going to be quick. Well, first of all, getting used to the feel. I should have swung the net a few times to see how it feels, how it reacts. And, yeah, so that... Yeah, there was a couple.
Just so you know, your girl is thinking straight down.
Right, I agree.
You don't want to swing it to the side. Well, I think you just want to go down on top of him.
Totally agree.
You know, even dropping it with the down. No, I don't think you got to spin it. Oh. I think if you just drop it down, just drop it, see what it does. Yeah. And then he's stuck. Right. And then, you know, there's lots of things we could do after that.
As I said, we should have worked a little bit of the technique out. I am not a chicken farmer.
Notice all this great advice I'm giving him, but I ain't the one picking up the net.
Well, first of all, I was trying not to, but I do agree that just something simple motion like that is probably better than trying to
sideways it or
like I said, I now have a little bit more information.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ever going to be a
I think you should put his food down, and while I'm cooking, I'll watch.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Besides, we want him to keep coming back now until we catch him. So we had a swing and the miss out back, but we're going to let Don eat now before I work him some more. Well, today's project is to get up a bunch of these sweet gum balls, at least in the walking area. I mean, it's really hard walking when the ground is just saturated with them. And you can't rake it up because then you take away all the stuff protecting the soil. And then over here, I wanted Don to finish pulling the vines here in this area, because right there is where the guys came out of the ground and got me. And maybe move this stuff that's on the ground farther that way to the other pile that's down there so I can't see it. Because I'm probably going to end up putting a couple more maples over here. I am so thankful for Marty to have these nice warm days and feeling better and enjoying the yard. And I didn't realize he was peeing. Don's hauling stuff in that direction where our other brush pile is, where I told him I didn't care because I couldn't see stuff as good. And anyway, this is where he's going to be cleaning. You scratching on your log? There's my buddy enjoying his nice day out here. He's a good company in the yard when we work. Alright, it's not like I got it any easier over here bent over for the next hour picking up sweet gum balls. It's just different work. It's not going to be fun. Well, it's going on 5 o'clock, so it's certainly time for us to stop. I can walk over here without rolling on sweet gum balls. That's so awesome. There's 2 I missed. Off into the woods they go. All of this area in here is clean too, but it wasn't as bad up till about even with that pot with the butterfly. So I got to get this little triangle here. That would probably be my next spot. I got out to about here on the walkway. Yeah, all the way over to here. So that triangle in there would be next. And it's also the next worst. As you move that way, there's some, but nowhere near the number. I picked up sweet gum balls the whole time Don was over here straightening and pulling out stuff with his tools, and it looks much better. He drug a bunch of stuff. He said we're going to get out the chipper shredder and try to take care of some of that down there. I can't see that really good from the window, so it doesn't bother me as bad. But he cleaned all the vines and stuff out from like right in here. It looks much better. So I kind of go by what can I see from that window. First floor window. The second floor window is the attic. Yeah. But I gotta come down here. I was focusing just on the walkway area. So maybe this triangle here next to kind of finish up, and then over here I'll get where I'm standing in the walkway that kind of curves around. So I'm not pushing them into the ground when I'm walking out here when I need to do stuff. But yeah, Don just carted off my my box and my bucket. Oh, it was good. You know, you can see through there. It looks all nice and cleaned out. And there is, you know, stuff over there, but again, I can't. There's only so much you can do with a couple of those big things, and that was from this fall. You know, after they change color and start to deteriorate, they aren't picked up so much. We kind of scared Stripe with the net. He's come back over to me, but he's acting real skittish right now, which is a bummer. Well, we would try one more time today, except for every time Don goes near. Well, Stripe will come over, but he's acting scared. Like Don went, you know, did that one swing and a miss earlier, and Stripe was nearby, and he thought Don was coming after him, I guess. I don't know. Silly cat, he's up here eating. But anyway, with Morris right there, there's not a whole lot we can do without terrorizing the cats trying to catch the chickens, which probably aren't going to catch. Don's thinks we need a drop trap, and I'm going to agree. A drop trap would be a lot better technique. You're not going to be stupid enough to mess with Morris, are you? Don wants to try.
Well, my girl's not making it easy on my ass. Boy, they see this net. They know what this net is. Tell you what, we'll put the bowl in the middle of the net.
Oh, I like that idea. Go get it, because they're hungry. Go get. Let's try that. You can set it down there. It's got. That one got an extension? No.
Doesn't have an extension.
Well, you might have to hook up an extension. But I think that's a great idea. Donnie ingenuity. He's tired. I don't blame him. But you know they're hungry right now, so Don's looking for something to zip tie to the end of the pole to make the pole longer. I guarantee you he wants that food good enough that he's willing to go in the net. I'll bet 25 cents that he's going to step on the net. He's thinking about it. He sees the food and he's thinking about it. He wants it. He knows it's there. Don's behind me now, so that's probably making him just a little iffy about the hole. Come on.
Like you said, he gets his feet caught.
Right, well the other thing you can do is put just a couple up on the bricks on the outside of the net.
Yeah.
You gotta bait him closer to it. He's gonna come.
He's a rooster, he's great.
He's gonna come in there. I don't think his neck's quite long enough to reach without stepping in the... I'm hoping he's gonna get his feet caught and pitch a hissy. Come on, buddy. Come on. If it was flat and not hung up on the brick. You gonna go fix it for him? Yeah.